What? What is happening here? Guys, this is the same place we came to yesterday and shook. I am shook. What? Okay, more simple.
This is your boy.
Welcome. Okay guys, so it's the morning of the road trip. My boy Tien here just came to pick me up and we're already a little bit struggling with the luggage situation here. Okay, so I have one bag and with the little carry-on there at the back, and as you could have seen yesterday, the back is kind of still a little ghetto, so we have to kind of reshuffle stuff to make sure that this fits in. Because where's your bag? Design took it home. Oh, so they still have to get the big suitcase in here, and my suitcase has to fit in here as well. So this is gonna be interesting to say the least. But yeah guys, we're ready. The car is all carred up. Tien is all tiened up as usual. And
Oh, easy. Look at this.
we are almost there. Okay, that fits in. Alright. Where's yours gonna fit in though?
We're thinking like in the back seat. Like here. Look. So you see? Can you imagine?
And then where would I sit? Okay. I'm gonna have to share the space with. Okay, okay, we push that here. Alright, fair enough. Okay, cool. I mean, you could just tell me it sits that way too, no? So I know this is my space.
Yeah, or that too.
Alright, okay guys, so step one done. I guess we're gonna pick up Lizanne now. Let's go! We see the sun, it's out here. It came out to play with us today. The sun is ready for the trip too. So that's a good sign. That is a good sign. The ghetto, let's go! Guys, this wind from yesterday is still trying to act the ghetto out here. But tough times never last. So we have arrived at the destination of Dr. Martin's. She said she had a lot of luggage to carry.
In here, let me tell you.
Put this around your waist. And then you're gonna be the rock.
So we found out Monsieur over here looking like the Rock. Got the little pearl necklace, got the turtleneck. He's buff.
Ooh, okay.
I see.
Wait, you have to stand like this.
Yeah.
And then like
the-
hip out.
Yes.
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 That's right there.
That's it right
Iconic.
Cannot
It's an
tell the-
icon living.
there. Okay, so this is gonna be critical moment
of
number 2. Moment of truth number 1. Wow. Now that's efficient. Back seat filled to the max.
We'll have to eat all the stuff.
Trunk filled to the max.
The driver is ready to go. Boom, boom.
If you do not hear anything from us in the next 2
Send
to
help.
3 hours,
Send AAA. We are.
On the road.
There, look at the sun.
I know, right?
Ooh,
I know,
glowing.
right?
Sun is greeting us today. It's gonna be a good day. We got 6-hour driving to go. We're 3 people. We got exactly 666 kilometers to go according to Google Maps. So 3 p.m. arrival, check in, and then head into the city. Check out the city, catch a sunset.
And it's 8:40 now, right?
Yes, 8:40 now, and we just got on the highway.
It's Belgium! We're living in the Netherlands! Yay! Get into the shit roads. The roads change, guys. Look at the roads. Look at them. Boom, they get worse.
that's basically how
lekker. Dit is allemaal Frans. Okay guys, so it's time to have some little on the road lunch. We've been driving for 2 hours. No, we've been driving for 4 hours, right? We've been driving for 4 hours. So 2 more hours to go. So we gotta refill our tanks and then hit the road, Jack. Okay, bring this.
Sponsored by Lisanne.
Sponsored by Lisanne. Yours sincerely.
Thank
you.
Got the same thing, so like.
Wow, thank you.
So at this point, we're almost at our destination. We're close, we're really close. But guys, if you're ever taking a road trip throughout Europe, try as much as possible to avoid, or Google Maps tells you, so that's a good thing. Google Maps tells you the roads that to avoid the toll gates. Because these toll gates are ridiculous. We've been through 5 5 toll gates we've been through, and they're expensive. They cost a lot of money.
We've only been in France for like 2 hours.
I know. We went through Belgium, no toll gates. Germany, no toll gates. Oh, that's a nice castle though. Oh, but anyways, if you're traveling through France, try to find the routes that avoid the toll gates. Or if you can go through another country like Germany or something else, do that. Because these toll gates in France, especially in the east now, because we're in the west, especially in the west side, yeah, that's just a ghetto. So if you can avoid that, do yourself a favor and avoid it. Ok. Nous sommes arrivés à la première destination. Guys, this is lit. I have our own personal parking here. We have a trampoline here. Wow, that's what is that. And this is nice. We're gonna do the whole tour of the accommodation soon. But this is lit. Guys, it's the matching suitcases for me. This is my suitcase, this is Tien's and Lisanne's. Wow. So we have arrived at the parking lot of Mt.Saint-Michel, and when you would, I know, right? You see the wind acting here, and we're driving here. When driving here, you can already see the mountain, so you can see like the city or whatever on the mountain. Lisanne is going to give us a history lesson soon, but it looks like something from a fairy tale, guys. So we're walking now to get closer. We're going to get the shuttle, and then I guess we're getting closer. But here's a sneak peek. It's an interesting shuttle. The views from the shuttle were absolutely stunning. So you have like a long kind of runway or driveway to get to the Mont-Saint-Michel, and then you have like all these views coming there, which are actually amazing if the weather is good. So now we left the shuttle, and as you can tell, the wind was really not working with us today. The wind was acting ghetto, but you can see from the hair flying all over the place and stuff like that, it was barely possible to make a video which you could hear anything in. So yeah, guys, we had to just we had to work with the wind the way it came to us that day. But it was quite a windy day, and the space is just open and it's the ocean, so it makes it really difficult to have any considerable footage being made while standing next to the water and the open space like you see it here. If you look around as well, you can also see the water. So at some points in the year, I think it's around spring, the thing is full. Like the water is so high, the tide is so high.
Yes, exactly.
So basically what happens is all this you see right here is like full. Like the water level, you see the water here, rises. It was also cold and freezing, and you could like see in the distance there, like people, I think it's pilgrims who were like walking around the mountain basically. And it's a very popular pilgrimage site, so that makes sense. But like it was cold and they were walking in what looked like shorts, but of course they just rolled their trousers up. But yeah, guys, it was, as you would see in a bit, almost impossible the next day to do that because the water level was so high that you cannot walk in that, otherwise you're going to drown. So like just keep watching to see what it's going to look like the next day we came, and we were really, really surprised by what we saw. I'll definitely encourage you all to also check up the history of Mt.Saint-Michel and what it actually means, because it's believed that the Archangel Saint Michael appeared to a bishop around the area and gave the instructions to build this mountain, and that's how it exists today, and that's why it's such a popular pilgrimage site. But it's really interesting to see how, you know, that all came to be, that the mountain, the village was built. So I'll encourage everyone to check out the history of Mt.Saint-Michel in France. It's old architecture, man. Old architecture. They're doing some renovations.
¿Has visto la tienda de armas?
For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know I'm a sucker for narrow streets. So walking through the streets of Mt.Saint-Michel was just absolutely stunning for me. You could tell it's a predominantly Catholic or religious settlement because you have like a lot of souvenir shops with like Christian ornaments or Catholic ornaments and stuff like that. And you can also tell because it's an abbey at the top, which is very active, it's still open, but we couldn't visit it today because you have to book like way ahead of time. But I heard it's also really nice to go inside and you know, see how the abbey looks from the inside. And I think it's still being used like a monastery or I don't know what exactly, but there's people still living there. Of course, people live on Mt.Saint-Michel, people have stores there. There's a livelihood being you know, carried out there, and there's a lot of pilgrims who come there. So like it's like an active pilgrimage center. And I know there's also like trainings. I don't know exactly what it was, but we saw people who looked like they were there for some sort of training. So it's really nice. That's the abbey, as you can see at the top. And there's like a special chapel as well down, just a little bit down, dedicated to the Archangel Saint Michael. So it's really interesting to just walk around the holy ground and perceive it and feel the vibe which is, I guess, different from what you would expect in different places. This is the sanctuary of Saint Michael, and basically we're standing here, and up there is the abbey. And apparently this is Mt.Saint-Michel, right? So basically the mountain of Saint Michael. And I did not know, but that's the abbey. Can't go there because of Corona. And as our tour guide just told us, shout out to our tour guide here, told us that apparently the history, which is so interesting, was that Saint Michael appeared to or visited, I don't know which one it was.
Yeah,
visited the Pope of the area back then.
Bishop.
He said the Pope, the Bishop.
The Pope, well, it's a bit far.
Look at the nights, guys.
The 8th century.
But in the 8th century, basically I think it's somewhere here. There's something else. But anyways, Saint Michael the Archangel. The Archangel visited the bishop of the area back then And as a result of that, they built the abbey up there, and they built the whole village around it, like the whole community around it, basically, which all of which combined is now known as Mont-Saint-Michel. But this is lit, man.
That's also why pilgrims came from everywhere to visit this abbey.
Exactly. So it's a popular pilgrimage destination, and sometimes because of the high tides, you cannot make it through, and some people had to die. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean some
people have
died
drowned in
when
the
they got surprised by the
high tides. But yeah, guys, this is lit, man. I never heard about Mt.Saint-Michel before coming here. Talk us of the fact that the Archangel Michael appeared, and this is a popular pilgrimage site. Huh. The more you know.
Right?
Look, you can see we're on a mountain, and that's the abbey. Isn't awesome God. So Mont-Saint-Michel basically is like this city that it was built on like a rocky piece of land, completely surrounded by ocean. So as you can see here, you just have around it just a vast hectares and hectares of course, like almost to infinity, of sand, which comes from the ocean. So basically, if you look around, there's almost nothing else. You have some other small islands or island-looking structures, but around it, there's basically nothing else. So like there's interesting history about how, you know, wars were fought back in the days, and you like see the little peepholes where people could like fire through and to defend themselves, and they were attacked by British and French soldiers had to defend. There's a whole history behind it, which was interesting, very interesting to learn about. But it's crazy to see how the whole structure was put in place and how it has been defended over the years, and seeing how it has evolved, because like this is an old picture of how it was back in the days, and if you look at it now, you basically almost would not recognize some structures there, but it's just interesting to see how it has evolved over the years. So like I just said, Mont-Saint-Michel is surrounded completely by the ocean, so by water, and when we went there was a bridge connecting land to water, so even when the tides are high, you could still somewhat access the island because you could go through the bridge. But like a friend of mine messaged me when we were on the trip 10 years ago, there was no bridge. So if the tides were high, you basically couldn't access Mont-Saint-Michel. But now, because you have that bridge, it's also more accessible when tides are like to a certain extent higher than normal. Basically just walking around the abbey now, because you have to like book way in advance to get into the abbey, to be able to get into the abbey itself. So we couldn't reserve that now, so we're just walking around the abbey and the village and the houses and stuff, man. It is breathtaking. It is so beautiful. Look, that's the bridge we came from right there. And we're just walking, and everything is just so historical, so old, so antique, so unique. It's just, the wind itself feels different here. It's like beautiful, guys. This is just absolutely breathtaking. I don't know how someone can just get the idea. We have islands, we have a land, let's build something, and then you just look at that. Look at that. Wow. It's old, unique, at the same time it's just,
Can you imagine? It's like a rocky island, so it's not like it's just like flat island. You just put a
I know,
building
you
on
can
it.
see the rocks. You can see the rocks. So you can see that it's really a rocky island, and they still managed to erect this whole thing on, guys. It's crazy. It's just wow.
And in those times when they didn't have all the
All the
techniques,
resources. I know. Look at up there. Look at that. Wow. The details.
see this? These are little peepholes for the military back in the days to just shoot at people, you know? So they can barely even see you from land, but you're here and you're shooting at them. We're the snipers, but you know, it's coming close.
I'm not ready, but we've already started. I'm not ready, but we're already falling. Hey, listen close, can you tell? What we're ready for, ready whispering. Don't you go, can you tell?
Guys, so on Mont-Saint-Michel, I feel like this. I don't know if it's an army training school or like a monk. I don't know this blah. But they seem very.
They seem from the army, but I think.
But they seem very religious. So I just saw them running into the chapel. I think it's time for prayers or something. I saw them running into the chapel, and that took me back to boarding school, man. Running when it's time for prayers. That was funny. Oops. Yeah, guys, this is a very interesting So that's the chapel.
Very
And where?
beautiful small chapel.
I know, it is. Took me back. We have like this amazing statue of Saint Michael, and it's a small cozy cathedral chapel. But of course the abbey is a lot bigger, but I guess the abbey is not open all the time, so most of the masses and stuff they have is in the smaller chapel. So now we're walking back out. We've seen the most of it. We're just waiting for places to get dark so we can see the lights. The whole mountain, or the whole Mt.Saint-Michel is like lit up at night. So we're hoping to be able to see that as well before we leave. And then the rain is starting to pour as well, so that's getting a little ghetto. But we'll see how that works out. Guys, so when we got out, it was like full on pouring, and the wind as well with the rain was really not working with us. So there was no way we could film, and we had hoped to like wait till it gets dark and we can see the light like being, you know, shown on the Mt.Saint-Michel. But that just wasn't going to happen because everything was just overreacting out here, and everything was not working together with, you know, the force of nature. We're just all over the place. So yeah, we just decided to go take the shuttle and head home and see what we could find the next day when we would come in the morning. And we almost missed the shuttle. Actually, we missed the first one, so we had to wait in line for the second one. But eventually, yeah, the waiting was not the best experience, but it was okay because the shuttles come quite often, so we didn't have to wait for too long. But it was just tricky to have to even wait under the rain and the wind, and you're completely like in an open space. So that was a little unfortunate, but yeah, we made it. Day 2, here we go. So we just woke up like literally 10 minutes ago, and it's workout time. Lizanne is about to kill someone. Lizanne is about to.
No, I'm gonna make it not too hard because my knee is actually not giving me a good time.
So we're gonna do a workout, get ready, and then go back to Mt.Saint-Michel to see if we have another view today. If the weather is working with us, if the wind is working with us, and then we're off to Destination 2. But we'll see.
Let's go. All right, quick one.
Staying out too long. Spin the record again, turn it up a bit louder. Tell me, don't you dare.
I think I can breathe no more. Lizanne always kills us. Always kills us.
Well, they don't work out if you don't work hard.
And if you're wondering where the last person is, let me show you. This guy. That's the difference. My friend. Okay, so we are done preparing now, and we are on our way to Saint Michael for the second time. Try to see if we can see high tide or anything different, and try to see if we can also take pictures. So off we go.
I know better, but I'll take my chances. And I can't help it, but you're making me sweat. I won't forget that we are already gone. I'm not ready, but we've already started. I'm not ready, but we're already falling. I'm not ready, but we've already started. I'm not ready, but we're already falling. Hey, listen close, can you tell? Well, we're ready whispering. Don't you go? Can you tell? We're ready for me and more. Hey, listen close, can you tell? Well, we're ready whispering. Don't you go? Can you tell? We're ready for me and
Guys, so we just arrived at the parking lot today on day 2, and we're in the car, and I just told them the sun is gonna come out, and lo and behold, the sun came to play today. So we're gonna make some good photos. So you can either walk to Mt.Saint-Michel from the parking lot, or you can take the shuttle. And yesterday we took the shuttle, and today we are. Oh, that's sun though. And today we are gonna walk, take a little nice walk there, give the sun some time to really come up to make the pictures crispy, and also get some work, exercise in, right? Well, jokes. We decided to take the shuttle there and then walk back. What? What is happening here? Guys, this is the same place we came to yesterday, and shook. I am shook. What? Okay, Mt.Saint-Michel is it's an island between France and England, right, and Britain. And I don't know what I never imagined, but yesterday we came, the whole place was dry, like the whole surrounding, it was dry. You could see water here a little bit.
We saw the pilgrims
Exactly, we saw the pilgrims that were walking. But now it's like water. You think if you jump in this thing, you would drown. I don't know how high it is, but there's water all over the place. Guys, I'm shook. Shooketh. Dang. I don't know why I never imagined this, because this is just the ocean. All ocean is stuff like that. But guys, the water level, whoa. Go back and watch the last video yesterday to see how different it is. Because this is ghetto. So of course we couldn't miss out on the opportunity to take a few dope photos. So be sure to check out our Instagram handles to see some of the outcomes of this little photo shoot we had on the bridge. Okay guys, so we have arrived in the small city of Lourdes on the foot of the Pyrenees Mountains.
Yes. There, right up there, the fort.
Yes, right up there you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's the fort right up there, which we're gonna see later. But first impressions, it's a very old city. I thought it was smaller, but it looks busier. The sun is really welcoming us nicely. What else? The mountain views, guys. Wow. The mountain views are just impeccable. So we're really looking forward to seeing what more the city has to offer. But yeah, let's get our stuff into the house, into our Airbnb, and then we can explore the city more.